to this channel. Saludos. I have a confession to make, and I disconnected from writing. So yes, I disconnected from writing since the last week of June. Yes, I had been writing in my notebook, but not as much as I am used to, especially with my first trilogy, Ascensión Divina. I had a writing routine that worked marvelously. But since the last week of June, I disconnected completely. And I felt like I was in a writing slump, not a writer's block, but every time I sat down to write, I felt heavy and lazy and felt like doing something else besides writing. But that was when I sat down at my computer to write. So something happened which made me disconnect from everything. And that was I took an 8-day vacation with my kids and my niece. And I brought my writing tools like my notebook and my fountain pens, and of course a book to read, thinking I was gonna have time for that. And I did. I wrote one day, but I wrote something for my future self. I needed that. I needed that because for the past few months I've been on mommy mode and it's been hectic. The plans I did for the first semester from January to May got destroyed. I did some writing, but not what I had planned. Like finish my first manuscript by June, and I did not. So I decided that I was gonna tackle everything that oomph again after my vacation, and I did some cleaning in my creative area, which that vlog is coming next week, and to energize that creativity in me. And by doing so, if you hear that, those are little kittens in the back. So I did all that to energize myself back into my creative self, because like I said, I was on a writing slump and I needed it. And I went on vacation with my kids to Disney and my niece. It was a dream come true because I had always wanted to go with them to Disney. Now that they're big, they're teenagers, and my daughter's an adult, and they could, we could enjoy all the parks more intensely. And we did. And yes, I was beat up, I was tired, but I kept going for them. Those rides I couldn't go in with them, I made them tell me about it, how they felt and everything. So I lived through their experience. But it was energizing because I didn't even post on my social media. I just posted one last thing. It's like, I'm going on vacation, and that's it. I didn't even say where I was going. And I had the urge to just post something so people could see what I was doing. I did that the last 2 days. I think the last day I said something. It's like I posted a reel that I had a dream come true, and I went on an adventure with my kids and my niece, and I felt good. But yes, I have pushed away my writing, which I shouldn't have done, but it was a process, and and I feel not guilty. I feel that I can tackle this. And on the first writing sprints, I did coming back with my podcast. I noticed that I have programmed my brain to start creatively writing when I used my notebook, the notebook I use for this story in particular, where I write my notes, ideas, development, character development, world building, and everything, and which I take everywhere I go. And you have seen on the other vlogs that I write in it. I don't take my computer. So from now on, I will have to take my computer because I have to reprogram my brain, which I think I started doing this last writing sprints because I, I, you know, writing, poured out, and I finished a chapter. And even though I wasn't writing, I was always thinking about the story, especially on that last chapter. I have it all mapped out in my brain. I know who's going to say this and who's going to say that, what's going to happen, what's the interaction between the characters, and that oomph that's going to happen on that chapter. So I think I'm going to do I'm going to write it and then go back. So, yes, that's my confession. What happened to my writing this summer? I took a break. I did mommy things or mom things. And I had a dream come true, which was going with my kids to the magical place, the happiest place on earth, a magical place, Disney, and felt good. So, yes, but now it's back on track and back to my writing, back to doing what I love and what I enjoy doing. So that's it for today's vlog. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to my confession. And I hope to hear from you in the comment sections if you had something like that, like this happen to you, and how you have come back to that writing process full force. So yeah, subscribe, like, and I will see you on next vlog. Thank you so much for joining and getting back to my coffee. Bye.